What's up, everybody? This is the Act Man here, and today I'm going to be talking about the newest and biggest update to Halo 5 Guardians, Warzone Firefight. 343 and Microsoft are pulling out all the stops on this one. Seriously, there's an insane amount of content within this update. New maps, new commendations, free rec packs, updated bosses in Warzone, a new game mode, new recs, new forge items, new everything. Not only that, but Halo 5 is going to be free to play until the 5th of July, and that means the populations for Halo 5 are going to dramatically increase, which is awesome. The update just launched on June 29th, and there's so much to talk about. The whole update just goes to show how committed 343 are to bringing people back to Halo, bringing new people in, and making the current players even happier with the game. And you know, you can be that person that says, well, we still don't have this, we don't have that, this hasn't been fixed, and this update should have come out a long time ago. And if you're thinking or saying those things, you're not wrong by any means. I think that when something like this happens to a game and a franchise that I love, it's time to celebrate and talk about the things that we love. And on this channel, I like to be real, and I like to maintain a good balance between positivity, negativity, and constructive criticism. So know that these are my genuine thoughts. With that being said, I think this update brings nothing but greatness to Halo 5, and I'm going to be talking about all the important additions, as well as why I think this update represents free DLC at its absolute best. So let's jump right into the juicy meat of this update, shall we? Warzone Firefight. Feels like ages since we tested the beta, and I gotta be honest, Warzone Firefight is a hell of a lot better than I thought it was going to be. While it is disappointing that we have no control over Firefight and we can't customize it in any way, I think with the new map, the huge variety of objectives, and how each game feels different from the last, that it kind of makes up for our inability to customize it. But honestly, I'd rather be able to customize Firefight than play it with rec weapons. But that's just me. Warzone Firefight is awesome and incredibly fun. I think 343 really nailed it with this. Warzone Firefight has a really good mix of competitive and cooperative play. You want to work with your team to complete each round, but you also want to score more points than them. Now I think if you jump into Warzone Firefight without a team, without a mic, it's going to be incredibly difficult to win games. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, because it encourages community interaction. It encourages cooperative play. Now I've been hearing people complain about the difficulty in Warzone Firefight, but I think a lot of that comes from the fact that we need to get used to it, how to play it, how to survive, and how to win. But as time goes on, we're all going to be getting a lot better at Warzone Firefight. The difficulty isn't that outrageous. It's still pretty hard, but it makes it that much more satisfying when you do finish the 5th round and hear the celebrating screams of your teammates. Now the Grunt Goblin is pretty damn hard to kill, and I gotta say it's very funny watching that thing jump all over the place. It makes for a very nice change of pace from fighting the Warden. Overall, Warzone Firefight is very fun. I think it has a really nice balance to it, and I look forward to hearing what all of you have to say about it. Warzone Boss Refresh. Holy mother of monkey. This might be the best part of the whole update, because I think we were all getting pretty tired of the exact same boss fights in the exact same location in every single Warzone game. And the fact that they refreshed the boss encounters, added new ones, made it more random and unpredictable, that it gives Warzone a much needed breath of fresh air. And there's also mythic bosses that have been added, which can really heat things up, and is a nice change of pace from your typical Warzone game. I think a lot of people were really turned off by how repetitive Warzone was getting. The boss refresh is something I think we can all be happy about, and a lot of people, myself included, will have much more motivation to go and play regular Warzone again. A whole new forge. Actually, you know what? This might be the best part of the whole update. It's insane how many forgers I've been talking to that are ecstatic about all the new changes. In fact, one of my buddies has been working on a map for a month and a half, and he's been having a tough time trying to budget everything. But this update brings with it a dramatic increase in the amount of objects people can place in Forge, from 1024 to 1600. This just means that all the Forge maps people make are only going to get bigger and better. And I haven't even started talking about the new map. Title is absolutely gorgeous, and all the different lighting variants will give people more ways to create their maps and have that aesthetic and feel that they want to achieve. And with this update, a ton of new rec and loadout weapons are available in Forge, and people are already getting creative with them. There's been a hilarious glitch where you're able to morph the weapons together. I'm not totally sure how it works, but holy god is it awesome and hilarious. But these additions are really nice because if people want to make a snowy map, now they can have snow-themed vehicles. Now people can make arena maps that are centered around more powerful weapons. And I already thought that Halo 5's Forge had limitless potential, but now it has even more potential. I'm so excited to see all the cool stuff people come up with all these weapons and new additions to Forge. Forge certainly got a fresh coat of paint in this update, and 343 has no doubt made map creators much happier and given them plenty of options to create the maps of their dreams. Finally, by the gods it is true, the UNSC has created a new air vehicle, the Wasp. And I think it's a really cool vehicle, but it doesn't really feel that unique or powerful. It feels like it has way too many drawbacks at the moment. It's got light armor, it doesn't move that fast, its guns overheat really fast, and the missiles are kind of meh. But it does have a really low rec cost, so I'm hoping they give the Wasp a buff and add some variations of it. God damn, imagine a Needler Wasp. Then it could actually sting. Bartlavo, please. It's so rewarding. The Warzone Firefight update also brought with it a ton of new things to do and unlock, and it provides a really nice incentive for people to play the game. Now we get a rec pack each day just for logging into Halo. And there's also a Warzone Firefight victory pack, so now players can earn up to 4 bonus packs a day. And with all the new commendations, achievements, and essentially free rec packs, it makes the game feel a lot more rewarding. The new maps. I've already talked about Title, but what about Molten and Attack on Sanctum? Well, they're both pretty goddamn beautiful. With Sanctum, 343 has taken full advantage of the Sangheili architecture and aesthetics and brought it to Warzone as so many fans have asked. Simply put, it's an incredible map that plays and flows very well. Now, I haven't gotten a chance to play Molten in matchmaking, but I will say it looks pretty damn cool. And who doesn't like lava? Come on guys, who doesn't like lava? Overall, the new maps are a very nice refresh to both Arena and Warzone. Campaign scoring. This part of the update is a little less positive than the rest because Halo 3 offered campaign scoring on day 1 back in 2007. It is a little sad that a feature like this came so late in the life of Halo 5, but it is nice to see it added alongside some new achievements. So that's a plus for Halo 5. And ask yourself this, would you be happier if they never added it? The standard of free DLC. Honestly, this might be one of the best free updates of any game, period. This should be the standard of what it means to provide free DLC after launch. No doubt, a lot of Halo 5's updates before this brought essential features that should have been there on day 1. And that's a different issue in and of itself. But the reason why I think this should be the standard is because the update not only added a bunch of new content, but it also refreshed Halo 5, the game, as a whole, making the overall experience much better and more diverse than it was before the update. And this doesn't just positively impact the players, but also Microsoft and 343. The promotion around this update is going to dramatically increase player count, and hopefully with all the content now, people are going to be much more inclined to stick around. Microsoft is no doubt going to be having a ton of sales around Halo 5, with new players buying the game, rec packs, and all other sorts of merchandise. I feel like this update is a step in the right direction to restoring people's faith and dedication to the Halo franchise, and I'm no exception. Meanwhile, 343 is interacting with people, stimulating the community, making them happy, and the employees of 343 can be proud and happy about this recent update, or that the fact that they don't have to work 70 hours a week to bust out these updates anymore. And as gamers, by showing our appreciation for this update, whether we use our voice or our wallets, all of us, Microsoft, 343, and the gamers can all work together to make Halo great again. This update sets the standard for what free DLC should be. It should be a market for companies to promote their game, to entice new players, to make people excited, and to get people to buy their product. It should be a pedestal of pride for the developers, knowing that they've done something great for the fans that love their games, and that they are appreciated for the work and the time of their lives that they sacrifice to make these updates possible. Free DLC should be for the benefit of the player, because if Halo has no fans, then it's just a name. It should cater to our needs, make us feel as though our voices are heard, that we are being listened to. Free DLC should be something that provides longevity to the game, instead of a cheap, short-term band-aid. Free DLC should be just like Warzone Firefight. Alright everyone, thanks for watching. So what do you think about the latest update? Love it or hate it? How do you like Warzone Firefight? What are your thoughts on all the additions to Forge? What do you think about everything I've said so far? And do you think this type of update should be the standard for games that choose free DLC? Post your comments down below and let your voice be heard. If you enjoyed the video, and you totally did, then be sure to subscribe to the Act Man channel. Anyways, that's all I've got for today. This is the Act Man signing out. Peace!